All right, guys, it's that good food mood time. It's that good food mood time. I thought we could finally do our mussels mukbang and react to some vegan what I eat in a day's, mostly vegan what I eat in a day shorts that are on YouTube. I figured why not, because I lived that vegan life for 6 years and I have a lot of experience with it, but we're just having fun, no judgments. Well, I'll probably judge a little bit, but not in a personal way, you know what I mean? And I just made some divine mussels. They are mussels in garlic butter. I'm in a beautiful space in Topsom, Maine. I found this cute little space right before Christmas. I was like, I gotta take advantage of it. I gotta take advantage of it, guys. I have to. It's so cute. So I'm here for a couple days and then going to spend the rest of my holiday at home with family, the end of the year, the end of 2023, taking time to reflect on all the blessings that have come to us this year. And I hope you do the same. Drinking Kangen water. You know how I am with my Kangen water. Before we start those vegan what I eat in a days, let's dive into a beautiful mussel. So the juice is at the bottom of this. This probably wasn't the best setup, which is totally okay, but I just like the taste of the mussel even if there isn't like a sauce. So so good, so blessed, so divine. I'm gonna move the camera. That's a little better. Mussels are a great seafood option, especially for anyone on a budget, because these were $4, okay? They're in the freezer section. Where I go grocery shopping is called Hannaford's, and they're $3.99 in the freezer section. So I personally, I stock up, I get a bunch, and you know, whenever I'm in the mood, then they're there for me in the freezer. And you basically just heat it up in the pan with butter and you're set like Brett for a divine meal, okay? We got a little playlist. The first video that I'm watching, here we go. So this girl is called Unnatural Vegan. I just went on YouTube, random playlist. So some of these people I know, some of these people I don't know. This is Unnatural Vegan. I never really resonated with her even when I was vegan. But yeah, let's watch anyways.
14 years vegan. Here's what I ate today. Coffee with soy milk and Splenda. Had another coffee later too. Protein oats and protein powder, and some more soy milk, a little bit of brown sugar, a little bit of peanut butter, banana, blueberries, burger with potatoes, and some vegan cutback sauce. The burger's
the thing is, the burger's homemade.
I'm trying to replace the Meat Lovers burger that Morningstar Farms doesn't make anymore. This one was okay, too soft.
I get it. It's like when you're a vegan, if you're not trying to just be like a Whole Foods vegan or a raw vegan, like a lot of the times you get a bunch of meal replacers, or you just veganize animal products, because ultimately all we truly crave is the animal product, because it has our necessary nutrition within it. So our body, we try to be as, you know, whole foods or raw or high fruit, high veggie as possible, but there comes a point where you get so starving and become so depleted that all you crave is the animal products. I didn't crave animal products, but I was like, I need food 24/7. So all I wanted was vegan versions of comfort meals. Like she's having a burger, like all the vegan burgers, the Beyond Meat, all that crap out there. It's just filled with toxic ingredients and stuff that actually doesn't digest properly within the body. And Unnatural Vegan is one of those vegans who eats like a regular person would, but she veganizes everything. So I understand, but
soft. Big bowl of mango and strawberries, some pesto pasta and baked tofu, so good. And then my favorite cookies, these chocolate marshmallow cookies from Nora Cooks. Oh, they're so good. I also had some popcorn with my partner while we watched a really dumb movie. Don't forget your B12. Here's what I eat in a day.
She says don't forget your B12 because you're not getting what you need on a vegan diet. I did all the supplements, the B12, you know, I would go in phases of trying new things, trying as hard as I could to get everything in, to get enough calories in, to get enough protein in, which it doesn't actually happen on a vegan diet. Like, Unnatural Vegan is one of the people that really pushes that, you know, she does, granted, she does say that you should be getting in your protein and make sure that you get that stuff in, but it's not proper protein when it's coming from plants, okay? It's not protein that's gonna actually do and give your body what it needs, you know? This is so good, by the way. So good. When I was vegan, even though I was trying to get, you know, my protein in and the calories in and the B12 supplementation and all of that stuff, I felt depleted at all times. And it wasn't just me. Everyone who I was friends with at that point as a vegan, my partner was vegan, okay? I could, you know, looking back, we weren't optimal, right? Like, our vitality wasn't optimal, our energy wasn't optimal, everything wasn't optimal. No matter what I ate on a vegan diet, my digestion was fucked. Like, it was really, really bad. So I like shorts because they're like easy to react to, you know? Oh my God. Oh, it tastes so good, guys. Get yourself some mussels in this holiday season. They're super cheap if you're on a budget, guys. They're so good. This next girl, her name is Paige Shay. I never watched her before, and no hate to you, girl, at all, but I feel like I'm looking back on me in a way when I watch you, because I see the kind of the ED vibes, the sickly looking energy, and the craziness around the food, thinking that, you know, you're doing the best thing for your body when in reality you're depleting yourself like no other. And I mean, I send her love, because who knows, like, if she stays on this 5 years from now, like, ooh, what you gonna look like, what you gonna feel like, it's pretty scary, okay? And hers is what I eat in a day: no meat, no dairies, or gluten. I have a couple of hers because I find hers very revealing and triggering for people who might be seeking out things that they want to eat a bunch of food and lose weight, or be able to, you know, that's what she promotes. So
here's what I eat in a day: no meat, dairy, eggs, or gluten. For breakfast, I'm having half of a large watermelon. For lunch, I'm having 7 frozen bananas in the form of banana ice cream. This stuff is...
You guys, I can't, okay? I did the banana ice cream. I did the mono fruit meals, the islands, the eating, you know, your fruit or your raw till 4 or all of that stuff. And you think it's great because you're eating all this food, but literally she's just eating carbs and fiber and water and like barely, maybe some like vitamin C and like little nutrients. Like, it just runs right through her. And not to be rude, but she does have that malnutrition vegan look, and I don't know how long she's been doing this, but it's kind of obvious. And that's what I went through as well. So Paige, I love you. There's no hate here. It's just like, I lived it and it was fucking brutal. And now I'm on the other side eating animal products every day of my life, and I feel like I'm finally have my glow back and, you know, to the best of my ability, and I'm truly thriving. And okay, let's just keep watching. The banana and ice cream though, it is good, okay? I think frozen bananas, if you're gonna like make smoothies or any like desserts or anything, frozen bananas are totally the way to go. So I get it, I get it.
It's so creamy and delicious. For a snack, I'm having 5 oranges. For dinner, I am making a huge curry potato soup with about 2 pounds of golden potatoes. I'll also have a nice big salad with that, along with an artichoke. And there is my dinner feast. This is one of my go-to meals. So good. Like and follow for more.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and no hate to Paige, but it's like you're literally just eating carbs and fiber. And I know she probably has other videos where she's eating some form of protein, but it's like, oh, all the plants don't provide what you need. The plants don't give you what you need like the animal products do. And watching Paige in particular, I've just found really sad because I've related so deeply to watching Paige. Just makes me really sad because I know she probably just wants to do the best thing for her body, and that's all that I wanted when I was vegan. I know my story is different because I went through cancer, but everyone I knew who was vegan at the same time was fucking not thriving, right? And we were trying our best. And all she wants is probably to feel and look as best as she can and think that she's promoting the best thing, when in reality, she's just promoting a severe malnutrition, eating disorder, ED, sorry. I probably have to not say eating disorder on YouTube. Diet. And it's just sad to watch because I was there. And you can eat as many calories as you want. You can eat as many plants as you want. You can put it in chronometer and tell me that you're getting your nutrition and hitting your micro and macronutrients and hitting all your like protein, fat, and carbs. You can tell me that. But I did the same thing for years and years, and it only left me depleted and fucking sick. And a 26-year-old who is like, shit, I don't look good. I don't feel good. And what's wrong? Because going down this vegan cult, you are sold the biggest lie that it is the best thing for your health, that it's the best thing for the environment, that it's the most ethical thing for the animals, when no, in reality, it's one of the worst things for the environment, the agriculture of all these fucking vegan processed foods and plants. And sustainable agriculture is the way to go. And eating animals was just the most beautiful process of life that I could ever imagine. Like going back from veganism to eating animals, like I've never felt more connected to my body and to Mother Nature and the earth and the cycle of this life. Like, thank you, God, for the food that I'm eating, because it gave itself for me to eat like every other thing in the planet. I don't care about the arguments that the vegans, put out in life, because I think the most important thing is our experience, and living this way for 6 years was the worst thing I ever did to my body. So one more of Paige Shay, and then I will stop picking on her. I'm sorry, Paige.
Day for a flat stomach. I always like to start out the day with fruits that have a high water content. They're just so refreshing and hydrating, and I think it's a great way to start the day. So for breakfast, I'll be having about 4 pounds of watermelon.
Okay, for breakfast she has watermelon, and she likes to start the day with fruit. I used to do the exact same thing, and when I would start the day with just fruit and not having proper protein in my meal to start the day, it would spike my blood sugar. I would basically be on a high for a little bit, and then I would crash, and then I would have to eat more and more and more and more and more to feel a little better, feel horrible, feel a little better, feel horrible. Every time I would eat, after I ate, I felt like shit. Besides like the mood and the energy levels, of course I would feel like shit, but also my stomach would be fucked. I have never had digestive issues. Like, since going back to eating animals, my digestion is flawless. I have a flat tummy. Obviously, I'm working on my fitness, right? Fitness is forever. Health, self-care, all that stuff is forever, guys. But I am way better looking and toned, and I have my flat stomach and feeling as good as I could be than I ever did from the 19 to like 25, 26-year-old Kaylee who was vegan. My stomach was distended all the time because my food wasn't digesting properly, and okay. I did mono islands sometimes too. I went like a week on watermelon one time, a couple weeks on grapes, a week on bananas, like all this crazy shit. It was insane.
For lunch, I'm having 5 NV apples. NV apples are my absolute favorite. They're so crispy and sweet. They are so delicious. And I didn't eat quite all of the apples. I had a few slices left over. For a snack, I had a bowl of green grapes. And I finished off those apples from lunch. Before I move on to dinner, make sure that you subscribe and click the bell.
So in this video, she's basically doing like the raw till 4 freely banana girl. I'm not saying she is following that diet, but it's like the style that was popular, right? Eating fruit all day and then eating a cooked food vegan meal at night. Girl. Oh my God. It just makes me cringe so bad because this was my life. And if you continue to live this way, I am assuming you're in your 20s, right? Please get out of this while you can rebuild your vitality and collagen and beauty and health while you can, so you don't go into your 30s, late 30s, I don't know how old you are, but you don't go into that having to be like, fuck, I spent all this time completely destroying myself, and I don't believe it's ever too late. We can always replenish the body, but I think our 20s are like super important for building that adult foundation for how we're going to proceed into our 30s, into our 40s, into our later life. And oh girl, you need some protein, you need some meat, you need some seafood. I'm really not trying to be a bitch, guys. And I'm not doing like scientific proper reaction videos like other people are here. It's just like, it's just crazy to watch because of living that way for so long. And you tell yourself that, you know, the plants are like the most high vibe, the most life-giving foods, the best thing for your bodies, the most hydrating thing for your bodies. And it's really the complete opposite, honestly. I'm not dogging on fruits and vegetables. I have fruits and vegetables in my diet on a daily basis, you know? It's just my foundation is animal products, and that truly makes me thrive, truly makes me come alive, and truly brings the vitality out.
Never miss one of my videos. For dinner, I had brown rice ramen noodles with a peanut Thai sauce, along with some broccoli and mushrooms, some red bell peppers, and some green onions. I also had a huge salad along with this.
to 2 times a week. And whenever I do have whole grains, I like to eat a lot of vegetables along with them just to help with satiation and feeling full. If you want to see another
You're gonna feel fucking full. I mean, I'm surprised if you actually eat all of this food. Like if you do and you don't have extreme distension and extreme pain, like good for you. But you're just eating water. You're eating carbs. You're eating nothingness, okay? You're not eating true nutrients. And I just feel bad for her. And no, she looks like she's suffering, and I guess that's all I'm gonna say, because no hate to you, Paige, Shay. I send you all the fucking love in the world, because that's where I was, and it was the worst thing I ever did to myself in my life. Veganism was the worst thing I ever did. 6 years as a vegan, now 2.5 years ex-vegan, and I'm finally thriving. I'm 28 years old, and I'm finally feeling like I can fully live my life and thrive because I eat animal products every single day of my life. So, oh, this bitch. I'm sorry. She's so interesting. Okay, this is Misfit Vegan. She's a raw vegan, and she shits on a lot of people if you're doing raw veganism wrong and like all this stuff. It's quite cringy, but let's watch what she eats in a day, because I went raw several different periods, never for crazy long amounts of time, because you know I couldn't fucking stay raw crazy amounts of time, no matter what they say about detox and you gotta eat enough and you gotta blah blah blah. Okay, I would eat enough, but the mental doesn't turn off when you're fucking starving, okay? And all you think about as a vegan and as a raw vegan is food 24/7, because I'm not even saying that word right. You have malnutrition as a vegan. You get to that point, you're fine in the beginning. You think it's the best thing ever. For me, I wasn't fine in the beginning. For me, everything started fucking up in the beginning. I had digestive issues, rashes, all this fucking shit, and then tumors popped up in my body. Of course, we're not talking about that, but they say just like keep going, and you'll feel better. Detox to death, and then you're gonna feel better and you're gonna glow. No, baby, no.
Hi, here's what I eat in a day as a raw vegan for the past 12 years. For breakfast, I've been having watermelon every day. So today I had the yellow watermelon, which I have to say, kind of disappointing. I prefer the red seeded. So for lunch, I had a papaya. It was so delicious. For dinner, I had some Thai bananas first before, and then I had a big salad. I put in some red pepper flakes, some dulse flakes, some avocado, lemon, lime, and a tiny bit of mustard. I mixed it up, and that was my dressing, and that's what I ate today as a raw vegan.
This bitch, man. Sorry, I shouldn't be saying that, but like, again, no hate to anyone, but like, come on. This is how I ate. This is exactly how I ate as a raw vegan. Exactly how I ate. Eat your fruit, then eat your like savory dinner that you could concoct. I would do freaking zucchini noodles, salads, raw soups, anything I could, because I was constantly craving the savory, because honestly, fruit never effing did it for me. Like, fruit was fine, but I never wanted fruit. I always wanted divine savory meals, and you would have to get really creative as a raw vegan, because you wanted to hit that savory craving, and it's hard when you're eating just raw vegetables and adding in those seaweeds and the dulse and the whatever you could, all the spices and stuff. Oh, I just feel bad for her, because she's brainwashed, and I was brainwashed into the cult too, and it's one of the worst things that you can do to yourself. But it's like, it's so hard, because when you're brainwashed and when you're in this cult, like I talked about it in my Dr. Morse video when I was following him so deeply and I almost killed myself from it. It's just like, you can't see out of it. You can't see out of it, because you're constantly consuming other vegan content. You're constantly watching other vegan creators and listening to vegan doctors and reading vegan books and like diving into the detoxification path and the naturopathic kind of energy. And she's so deep down the hill. I don't know if she'll ever get out, but I pray for her. I pray she gets out because it's fucking rough. So this is the last video I'm gonna watch. This is Eat, Move, Rest's channel, what they eat in a day as a plant-based vegan family. I never really watched them when I was vegan, but I did watch people like Ellen Fisher. I can't even think of other people off the top of my mind right now, but I don't even care how harsh I sound. Making your kids vegan is one of the most abusive things I think you could ever do as a human. And I know these parents, they don't see it like that, and they don't think they're doing anything wrong. They are doing it from a place of love because they think it's like the healthiest thing for humans. But long term, there's no studies on how this affects humans. This is a new age fucking trend. Veganism has boomed in the last 7 or 8, 10 years, okay? Veganism's boomed crazily, and no one fucking stays. The people that stay vegan for life, you can tell, okay? You can tell that they're vegan, okay? You got the vegan zombie look if you're vegan for life. You look fucking washed out, skinny as fuck, no muscle on you, no life to you, gray looking. I can't keep going, guys. I can't be a bitch, but it's just like most people do not stay vegan long term. I feel like I gave it the best ever possible 6 years. I wish I would have fucking cheated, okay? I wish I would have got off the train after a couple years, but I was so deep in the brainwash game that I went through 6 years of this shit until finally this beautiful, beautiful woman, Stephanie, I love you so much, Stephanie. She was just a regular girl. She had no sicknesses or any problems, right? And she had been vegan like 7 years, 8 years, the same amount as me. And she felt fucking horrible, okay? She felt horrible. And she's like, Kaylee, I started eating red meat. I'm eating red meat every day and animal products every day. And I feel better like I've never felt in my entire life. So I listened to her and I got out of the cult. And it's crazy what it takes for us to get out of the vegan cult, you know? It's gonna be different for every single person. And I think it's even harder for people who are consuming this vegan content online every day because you're constantly reaffirming to yourself that it's the right thing to do and that you have a community and that there's other people like you out there. And it's honestly really dangerous. So this is Eat, Move, Rest, and this is what their family eats in a day.
Here's what me and my plant-based kiddos ate today. For breakfast, we started off with a green juice consisting of curly kale, collard greens, cucumber, celery, lemon, and then we juiced about 3 Granny Smith apples, and I poured most of the apple juice into the kids' cups and then topped them off with the fresh green juice to get their daily dose.
I understand the idea that green juice is gonna provide you those nutrients. And I'm not saying green juice or juice is bad in general, but when it's like your base of you getting those nutrients in, you trying to get that like protein or whatever the F you're trying to get in when it should be coming from animal products, it's one of the worst things you can do for yourself. I drink green juice all day, every day, baby, okay? I've been out of veganism so long that I might even consider adding some green juice back into my life because I really did enjoy it. But a lot of the times these plants have toxins. The plants have toxins and they do a lot more harm than good. I'm just looking at my face right now on the screen and I'm flushed. I put this room up to like 80 plus degrees because it was freezing when I got here, but now I might have to turn it down a little bit. But if that's like your source of nutrition for the day for your children and yourself, honey,
After that, we followed it with pitaya bowls consisting of frozen mango, banana, and strawberries. We topped them with hemp seeds and then an additional dollop of cashew butter for those healthy fats. After that, we decided it was time to wander out.
I have to touch on the cashew butter. Healthy fat. There's nothing healthy about getting fat from a nut butter. Nut butter is one of the worst toxic things you could put in your body. It's not even like true nuts, right? It's just fucking horrible. If you want to get fat in your diet, eat some butter, eat some eggs, eat some bacon, eat some fatty red meat. That's where you should be getting your fat from.
Outside and check on our garden. We have carrots and kale coming in hot, as well as some passion fruit. Then we had nature's snack, fresh fruit. And after that, lunch was chickpea pasta, mac and cheese. Snack time was strawberry banana oat muffins. And then finally, dinner time, we had kale chips, and then we followed it with our tofu and veggie fried rice.
It just hurts me so much to watch that she's feeding her kids vegan. And there's so many other people that are doing the same. I'm not hating on her. It's so disturbing. And in my opinion, it's fucking abuse, okay? If you want to follow a girl, I recommend following Vegan Deterioration. She posts a lot of videos about these vegans and the harm that they are doing to their children and to themselves. And it's hard when you just watch a little short video because you're not seeing the daily intake that these people have. But even just watching one of the shorts, it's like you are missing out on life-giving food. You're feeding yourself carbs, barely any protein, barely any fat, and you're feeding this to your children who you want to grow up to be healthy and strong. And I pray to God that they get out of this, but you know, watch her children grow up. She's an influencer, right? She might keep them online, she might not, but you know, look at them as teenagers, and are they gonna look like normal teenagers, like growing, strong, beautiful teenagers, or are they going to look depleted and like they are not developing properly? Again, Vegan Deterioration does touch on even her and some of the ways that her children are not developing properly. And again, no hate to this creator, but she puts it out online, and I especially think when children are involved, it's even more obviously disturbing, but we should be able to talk about it because it is so wrong. And again, I know all these people, these vegan people, they think they're doing the best thing for themselves, and that's the problem with veganism and the cult and the pill of thinking that this is the magic pill. Veganism is the way, it's the thing, it's the healthiest thing, it's that lay at the end of the road that you've always been looking for, to feel better, to look better, to do better, when in reality it's actually the opposite. When in reality it's actually the devil. Veganism is the devil in disguise, and I will never feel bad about saying that, because the devil is here on earth and it is disguised in many ways, and veganism is definitely one of the ways that it's played out on here on earth. So thank you for reacting to these videos with me. Casual, fun vibes, and these mussels were absolutely divine. I actually think I need to make a steak because I'm still a little bit hungry, but thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for spending time with me, and I hope you have the most amazing holiday ever. Amazing holiday ever. Have some fun with your family, eat good food, and celebrate all the blessings that you've had in your life this year. Love you.